Hey comrades. Today on this channel I'll be talking a little bit about sports and giving a little bit of commentary a bit, which is usually not what I do. But I will try it since a big thing has recently occurred. So apparently 6 and 6 happened yesterday as Toronto Raptors at their arena they beat Milwaukee Bucks in game 6, uh, who were the number 1 seed. I believe Toronto were the number 3 seed, right? To head on to the NBA Finals to face the Golden State Warriors. So, to get this out of the way first, I really had, no dog in the fight. I mean, I don't really watch basketball, to be honest. Basketball is just not one of those sports that appeals to me, right? I don't really watch it, right? But, it's playoffs, everything's crazy, so of course I tune in. Um, just wow. Toronto, actually, some people might have seen this coming. Milwaukee is what do you call it? Young team. They haven't really been with their core. Giannis is young. Chris Middleton's kind of young. Malcolm Brogdon, Brooke Lopez haven't been with the team past further, but chemistry issues exist. And as a young team, they're just not gonna they might go in the playoffs, but to expect them to win a championship would be a little far fetched because you need that experience. And obviously, Toronto has a lot of experience. Kawhi, he's definitely got a lot of experience, and he really bossed the series along with Kyle Lowry, who was there, the last time the Raptors made it this far. Uh, this time, instead with a DeRozan instead. And DeRozan's probably punching the air right now. Because, as he went to San Antonio as a result of the Kawhi Leonard trade. So he must not be that impressed when he got out of the team. And, DeRozan loved Toronto. He had a tattoo of Toronto on his forearm. And yeah, but unfortunately, business is cruel sometimes, and you're not gonna stay in one place. Nothing's ever guaranteed. So that whole saga ended up with Kawhi in Toronto, but Raptors fans don't care right now. They're now going to face, the hated team. Like, to be honest, nobody really likes Golden State. I mean, Curry, nobody stands that guy. And not to mention, the refs usually seen helping Golden State out in a lot of games. So yeah, they've emerged as one of the hated teams in the league. Um, but yeah, but back to the team's point. The thing is, um, Milwaukee Bucks. They're my first team because I used to live in Wisconsin, right, and I grew up with the Bucks, right. Not to mention, as a Packers fan, Aaron Rodgers, he's a co-owner of the team. He kind of plays like he's kind of like a Drake to the Milwaukee Bucks. But Toronto Raptors, I support them as a second because you have to keep that Canadian pride, still alive, eh? Things just haven't been good for basketball here in Vancouver since the NBA taxed the Grizzlies from us and moved them to Memphis. But oh well. Toronto is apparently Canada. They've got Canada on their backs now. So yeah, I was leaning mainly towards Milwaukee, right? I wanted Milwaukee to win the series, but you know I'm not mad that Toronto won. In fact, I see this whole series as a what do you call it, gentleman's agreement. I bet that both Milwaukee and Toronto, their coaches some players, maybe GMs, they might have went to dinner with each other before the series, and they made like a handshake agreement. They said, "Hey, whoever gets past the series, whoever wins the series, you have to go beat Golden State. It's a must." Obviously, everybody expected Golden State to win against Portland, um, since Portland was pretty much helpless. Um, but yeah, so now the Toronto Raptors are facing Golden State now, and there's going to be a lot of fireworks, obviously. Uh, this is actually one of the rare times they reach the finals. I mean, first of all, they're not used to what. First of all, finally they have LeBron out of the East, and the last time the Raptors reached this far, LeBron, put an end to them. In fact, they actually got eliminated 6 in the 6. Just think about that. So, Golden State. I really hope they beat Golden State because I can't stand Golden State. You know, it was already bad enough in that 4 year saga where where Golden State and LeBron's Cavaliers faced off. Uh, you know, First time they won it. They're like Golden State, and that was the official start of the bandwagon train. And then next year, right, you know, LeBron pulls off massive, sends massive waves, right? Puts up a massive performance along with Kyrie Irving and others, to really, what do you call it, to make the comeback, right? People say Golden State choked, right? And yeah, you cannot believe how much of a flaming they got. And then afterwards, and then the next 2 years, Golden State just trampled the Cavaliers. So yeah, and then lots of shifting happened. But uh, I would say that this is Kawhi Leonard's revenge mission, and it's now or never for Toronto. Why is it Kawhi Leonard's revenge mission? Is because when he was with the Spurs last year, yeah, Golden State, they cheap shot at him, and then they took him out of the game and the series. Zaza dived at his knees, and then he's out. So I think he's probably wanting to pay them back now that he's with Toronto. And Kawhi's contract also ends this year as well. So, and he becomes a free agent. And Raptors fans, we're obviously start prepping for the worst, but many want him back here. I think Kawhi wants to be back here as well. So yeah, but one cannot deny that Kawhi has been a monster in the playoffs. So that's my 2 cents about this recent series ending. So let's go Raptors.